Hey, this is Reddit Stories. I am reading stuff. Today we will be continuing with r/pettyrevenge. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Now sit back and enjoy the stories. Want to lie about our sex life? Well, hope you enjoy your fake herpes. In my senior year of high school I started dating a guy, let's call him John. At first John seemed very nice. He was shy and sensitive and not at all like the other jocks on the football team. After 2 months of dating he showed himself to be quite the ass, though when right after we had sex he dumped me. I was hurt but decided I was better off without him. 2 weeks after we broke up, 2 guys from the football team came up to me during break and told me that John had been telling everyone who would listen that we'd had sex. They told me he went into quite a bit of detail about our supposed exploits and had told everyone that he broke up with me cause I was such a B and wanted really weird and creepy things from him. I was more than a bit hurt and super pissed. His fabricated stories meant that my reputation was ruined, while he looked like some type of hero to all his buddies. Well, I decided that I wasn't going to take it lying down. Since my reputation was already in the gutter, I decided to drag him down with me. The next time someone asked me about the breakup I flatly told them that John broke up with me cause I gave him herpes. And wouldn't you know it, that rumor spread like wildfire. By the next morning everyone had heard it, including him. He was furious and kept telling people it wasn't true, but since he went around telling people I was a B and bragging about all the sex we'd had, nobody would believe him. When he came to yell at me, my friends laughed in his face and told him to hit the road. Cause of his fake herpes John ended up going to prom alone, cause no girl would date him. At the end of the year, 3 months later, I moved states to attend a nice college. Since nobody knew me in my new town, I got to start over without any issues. John stayed behind and got to enjoy his fake herpes for years. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us make more videos. Cashier had my back. This is rather mild compared to most of the posts on this sub, but I figured you all would appreciate this moment as much as I did. I was in line at a grocery store cashing out a 12 PK. A woman walks towards me and takes her place in line, however instead of standing behind me in line she decided to stand right beside me. The woman in front of me finishes her transaction and what do you know, the lady beside me actually pushes past me and tries to cut me. Honestly, in my head, I was about to just let her go because she clearly was in a much bigger rush than I, and I personally didn't mind waiting an extra 2 minutes. No big deal to me. However, the awesome cashier, who has cashed me out frequently, says to her, I'm sorry but she was waiting here before you. The lady scoffs and steps aside. With a huge smile I make sure to have a nice and lengthy, how's your day? Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Did you do anything fun on Halloween? Chat with the cashier. She knew, I knew. The whole time I felt the lady in a rush's eyes burning a hole in the back of my head, and I was just loving every minute of it. Thanks, awesome cashier. Girl does 0% of the work on a huge project and gets 0% of the credit. This story takes place my 3rd year of college. I was taking a class where the entire grade was determined by a semester-long final project. We were supposed to be in groups of 3 on the project, but the 3rd guy in our group had more sense than me and bailed early. This left just me and lazy girl, hereafter known as LG. LG didn't do anything the entire semester. I would ask her to work on pieces of the project, but she always had an excuse for why it wasn't done yet, or in her case started. Now I didn't want any confrontation with this girl, as she was my friend at the time, but I finally lost it one night towards the end of the semester. I'd asked her to meet at my house to work on the project, but something important came up. Fed up with this one-sided partnership, I decided to air my woes at the local bars. And guess who I run into? An LG and her boyfriend, drinking. She made up some BS excuse and I made a plan. I powered through the entire assignment, except for the conclusion which I asked LG to finish. I held out exactly 0 hope that she would finish this section, so I quickly finished it myself and turned in my project with a little note to the teacher. The note detailed how I had done literally everything for the project and that despite my best efforts, I could not get LG to contribute. I said that I was turning in my version and that our conclusions section may differ as I'd asked her to actually do that part herself. So here's a little tidbit about our final projects, we each had to turn one in. LG here not only didn't do the conclusion, she didn't turn in a project at all. She tried calling and bitching at me for not giving her credit, to which I went off on her for not doing ish on the entire project. I mentioned how I even gave her the opportunity to turn in my work for a grade if she'd only do one thing. She hung up after that, and that was the last time we spoke. Hit the subscribe button for more daily Reddit content and press the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comment section. See you in the next one.